Hello, answering questions today. Let's just dig in. If you didn't watch yesterday's video, you should go check it out. It was, I cut loose a little bit. We hit 300 clones, Lego minifigure clones, so that's exciting. Eric asks, how do you keep yourself motivated to keep listing? And how do you maintain your work-life balance? Stay warm. Hope your heater comes in soon. Heater's here, thankfully. I'm actually like slightly too cold in this currently, and that thing's been on about an hour, so we're gonna have to upgrade later, but I'm grateful for the free one for now. How to keep yourself motivated? You know, I answered your question like in the comments as well, so I'll try not to repeat myself too much, but a big one is when your family actually like relies on the income you bring in, that's a big motivator. My wife being the primary breadwinner, which sounds so lame to say, like why does that matter? But I take care of our kid multiple days a week, and for instance this week he's been sick, so like I've had to like take all the business stuff, push it aside. I'm doing like what I can at night right now, after my wife gets home from work. So you know, that's a motivating factor for sure. The second one is I enjoy it. I'm a firm believer that if you enjoy something, getting yourself to do it is a lot easier. And that doesn't sound too profound, but I think people get into things thinking they will enjoy them, and then they discover they don't. After a long period of time. I'm an example of that. I thought I was into video editing and movie making, and I still am to some degree, but I got a job working as a video editor for someone, and there's a lot of like talking head stuff, and it got to the point where like I didn't want to do this kind of thing anymore. I know this is a talking head video, but I didn't want to do creative stuff anymore because I was so burnt out editing talking head videos. I didn't want to be in front of the computer anymore. I didn't want to touch video anymore. So if you truly actually enjoy something, it starts to feel less and less like work. I really enjoy the treasure hunt aspect of this thing I'm doing. I don't necessarily enjoy the sorting, which 2 videos ago, where I came up with a new sorting machine based off of something Ralph Bricks has set up. I'm hoping that takes the least fun part of what I'm doing and condenses it into an easy, manageable task, and then I can spend the rest of the day doing all the fun stuff. Work-life balance, I mean, I do what I do the way I do it because it allows that balance. I get to spend multiple days with my kid while my wife works, and you know, she owns her own business too, so she has like random days off, and you know, on a Tuesday or Thursday, we can just go do something. It is wonderful, a wonderful situation. That being said, there are scary moments where we're like, yikes, money! But we haven't had any big, knock on all the wood, any big setbacks or emergencies so far that would make us regret our choices. But yeah. It seemed like a long answer to your question, but I think I covered it. Super Wombat, I replied to you. You said, I recently acquired 90 pounds of vintage Legos. I was wondering if you were interested. If you're watching this, I'm always interested. That doesn't mean I will buy, because there are things I have to look for and things I have to consider. For one, I gotta think like, when you say vintage, is it just like a bunch of bricks? Or are there minifigures? Are there printed pieces? Are there stickered pieces? Like, these are all things I got to think about. And so, like, I can't just say, like, yeah, send it over, I'll pay you right away. Like, I need to see pictures. I need to see what exactly it is you're selling. And then, of course, I want to try to be fair to you, to make sure you get your value out of it. There's some people it's hard to explain that to them. We're like, yes, I buy some of this stuff for enjoyment, but if I bought all of this out of enjoyment, then I wouldn't have a business and this would all fall apart very, very fast. So I have to approach it with a business mindset. I'm always interested. That doesn't mean the deal's always going to work out. Instagram, Discord are the two easiest ways to get a hold of me. If those are not available to you, we'll figure something out. Do you ship sets that are built, or do you part them out? I would rather get a set not built. Generally, if it's already constructed on eBay, you're going to get what you see. I may take it apart a little bit just to get it to fit in a box, but what you see is what you get. And I know this is like a controversial thing for a lot of people, but I get a video most of the time out of putting it together. So there's time invested in that, but I do get a video out of it. So I don't want to spend a ton of extra time taking it all apart. That being said, if you send me a message, hey, I would really like to take this apart. I would really like you to take this apart so I can just build it straight out of the box. 9 times out of 10, I'll say yes. That being said, I also know there's people who enjoy the process of taking it out. So they want to buy the thing they see, they want to take it apart themselves, get it all set out and organized, and then they want to build it. So, I understand your preference, but your preference isn't the only preference. I've had people leave negative feedback because a set didn't arrive intact. It was a Jedi Starfighter. I put it in a bag, a Ziploc bag. I wrapped it in bubble wrap, put it in a box, shipped it to them. They left negative feedback because the wings came off. It's like, what do you expect? Man, come on. So that's a rare occasion, but it does happen. Jackfish L. November sales video soon. Yeah, this goes back to I think I'm going to start doing those quarterly. So, and December got super busy, obviously, with the Christmas season. It was nice yesterday just to take a little time to do a goofy video. So I'm going to go back to doing those quarterly, and I figured, beginning of January, I can look at December and all of 2024 in just one lump sum, and we'll talk about all the numbers and see how we're doing and talking about our goals for 2025. Wow, big one. Leg bros. The free feeling. Oh, okay, I remember this. I'll just leave it up so you can read it if you want. He's talking about taking out a loan. I had mentioned that in a goal setting video, where it's a possibility for me, and Leg Bros is talking about how the feeling of not taking out a loan is worth it, and I agree with that sentiment. I think I would only ever take out a loan if I was going to do something huge that I knew was going to pay off, like the day I outgrow this garage and it stops servicing what I need it to do, and I need to move into a proper building. That might be a loan situation. But for now, I year over year, I make a little bit more than the year before, money-wise, so that's great. And year over year, I expand a little bit more. So there's no reason for me to want to go for a rapid growth situation where I needed to take out a loan and do that. We have enough loans. We have a mortgage and a car payment right now, so I don't need another thing. Pronoun Gaming was wondering how you go about uploading and pricing used parts. For example, the price guide only shows you 2 decimal places. A part could be averaging 0.02, but in actual fact, the price is 0.018. Very minor price difference, I know. Yeah, that's one of those things I feel like, that's one of those things that just stops you from starting. It's one of those minute details where don't worry about it. Because if you get focused on little details like that, you're never going to start. So if that's stopping you from starting, stop. I mean, start, whatever. It doesn't really matter. The average is just an average. Most bricklink buyers, they aren't coming into your store to buy 1, 2-cent piece. So as long as your prices are within a certain range of average, they're going to come in with a whole shopping list, and they're going to get everything that they need out of your store. And, if they end up paying 5 cents more over the course of a whole shopping list, then that's better than spending $5 in shipping on 3 different stores for an extra $15 of shipping. They'd rather spend the 5 cents extra than $15 in shipping. So that's that. I don't have it pulled up here, so I'll go find it and put it down here. Somebody was talking about tariffs and looking ahead to 2025. It's really interesting. First of all, I try not to like politics, or religion, really get mired in what we're doing here, because I like it being an inclusive space where we enjoy people from all backgrounds just come together and enjoy Lego, enjoy the business of Lego. But that being said, tariffs is something that could impact people's businesses. I think it could go a couple ways. I'll talk about the way I want it to go first, the way I prefer it to go second, and the way that could be bad. Well, first, I wish it wouldn't happen at all. I think it's a game of poker and calling people's bluffs that's going to end poorly for a lot of people. That's the way I think it's going to go. The way I prefer it to go, if these tariffs do happen, and let's just focus on Lego. Denmark, boom, tariffs. They have factories in China, tariffs. They have factories in Mexico, tariffs. That's gonna make a brand new, already expensive product. Lego is expensive. They're talking about $1,000 Death Star next year. That's gonna make it even more expensive. So the good thing for people like me and other brickling sellers, I suppose, is consumers are going to look for alternative means of obtaining Lego, and that means Bricklink, BrickOwl, eBay, all that stuff. So that could end up being good for us. And then, of course, the horrible situation is tariffs get so bad, things get so expensive that nobody has money to spend on anything. And frivolities like plastic bricks cease to be a realistic purchase for people. That is a possibility as well. I really hope it doesn't come to that. I do think I'm having to be careful not to let my highly personal opinions on things come out here. I'm trying to be as diplomatic as possible. Donald Trump is enough of a populist. He cares about what his followers think about him so much that if things really start to go south, he'll do an about face. The most important thing to Donald Trump is making sure the people who vote for him, he doesn't get to run for another term now, I guess, but I think the most important thing to Donald Trump is that his base likes him. And if his base starts to turn on him because the economy is just tanking, he'll do an about face. One can hope anyway. So, hopefully I didn't make too many people angry with all that rumination. And yeah. Thank you for the questions. It's been a while since we've done one of these. Leave more questions below. Keep watching videos. Leave questions on those. I try to compile them and make this video once in a while. I think people find it super helpful. And I'll catch y'all next time. Bye.